Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? How's everyone doing? Thank you for joining us again on the Get Inspired series. I hope you're having a great day. My day was good. My day was good. Thank you. We have another exciting show today. My special guest. I'm so excited. I can't wait for her to share our story, our journey. I pray that our story today honestly will encourage you to make that move and go after your dreams and be everything that God has called you to be and be everything that you have in the inside of you, to be able to deliver that baby, deliver that business, deliver that um, book that you want to write. I pray that after watching the show, you'll be encouraged, you know, to go after that business, to start that business, to be an entrepreneur. It may not be a business for you; it could be something else that you've been waiting on. You're just maybe not sure when to start. I pray that after watching the show, that my guest story will encourage you tonight or today to want to go after that dream. I'm gonna try to maybe do before I bring her on. I'll have her reintroduce herself. But she's an entrepreneur with a background in computer engineering. She works as an IT consultant and recently self-published two children's picture bilingual books. I'm so excited for her. And his bilingual books is in Yoruba and English. The first one is Kiishi, A Day at the Park. And the second one is Tobi Squad. Please help me welcome the beautiful and the very talented Buki Oladitan to the show. Let's see. Yes, yes,
Hello.
yes. Oh, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank
I'm
you
so
so much for
excited.
having me.
I hope you're having a good day. How was your day?
I had a good day. So far, my day has been great. Thank you.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So just to kind of welcome you to the show, I appreciate you taking out because I know you're busy as well. Just deciding, agreeing to come on the show and be a guest on our show and tell us, share your journey with us. So just to kind of ease us into our conversation, um, who is Buki Oladiton? If you can, introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you. And also, thank you again for having me. I am Bukola Oladitan, and I have a background in computer engineering. And I recently published two children's books in English and Yoruba. I'm a mom. Um, what else? I don't know. I'm pretty simple and laid back, and I'm trying to see what life has for me so far.
Mhm. Awesome, 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 awesome. As you guys can tell, she's really pretty smooth. She will come gradually. She's just being chill right now. Introduce yourself. She will come slowly, and then hit us with something be like, yeah, really. So I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited. I have a books. So I have to give my 7-year-old your books to read. So to kind of get his thoughts about the book, he loves the book, and I couldn't even agree with him more. I love the fact that the books they're both bilingual and they have beautiful pictures in the book. And it's interesting to see. I was trying to see, I was like, what motivated her? And which is one of the reasons why I wanted to, have you come on the show and share your story. What is your motivation? Bilingual picture books, it's pretty interesting. So I would like to know, and I'm sure our audience would like to know too, what motivated you to, venture into writing kids book and also, bilingual for that matter.
Thank you. So it all started like um I struggle a little with Yoruba. I can read it, but I don't really speak it because you know how we grew up in Nigeria where everybody's trying to speak English and the Yoruba gets put in the back for conversations and stuff. So I wasn't really used to speaking Yoruba all the time. So now I have a child and I'm falling into this dilemma of how to teach her, because best way to teach is to leave it when it comes to language. And I've been struggling. So I reached out to Nigeria to get some books for her to read, and or at least to teach her the basics. And when the books came from Nigeria, they weren't looking attractive. They didn't look like, they looked so old, and the graphics, everything. A child would not want to pick that up at all. So I was like, you know what? I could just do this and rearrange it and make it into something for her. But then I was like, why don't we just make a story? Why don't we just make a book? And other kids can as well pick up and read from it, because to attract kids you have to put the colors, it has to be something relatable. And so that's how we started, and here we are.
Interesting, interesting. Thank you for sharing that. You know, for the kids that are born maybe abroad, they just plainly they don't maybe either maybe they don't understand or cannot read, Yoruba. Um, this book, I'll say honestly, definitely a go-to because I saw my son trying to, pronounce the words and asking me what they meant, and then of course he will look at the because it's translated on top of each other, so it's like the English is written on top, and at the bottom you have the Yoruba. So I will ask him. It would read and try to ask me what certain words, what it means, and it will look down and say, "Oh, this is what it means. How do you pronounce that?" So, how was your childhood? Did you grow up in a home where you're encouraged to speak vernacular, like they would call it in Nigeria?
Well, yeah, at home we had this rule that you don't speak Yoruba, actually,
Mm,
because my mom wanted us to speak English well, because she believed that it gives you more opportunity out there. And she's like, you already know Yoruba, so I don't want to hear it. So we most of the time we communicate in English. So that really restrained me in communication in Yoruba. But some people would think I don't want to say it, but it's kind of very, I know it.
mm,
It's just that when I open my mouth, the first thing that is coming out is
mm,
English. But definitely I can make conversations in Yoruba.
mhm, mhm. Interesting, interesting. So in the home, so will she actually speak Yoruba to you, or it's just you you do the switch? You just speak English.
She was speaking Yoruba. She was speaking English too.
She would speak English too as well.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. Some culture, because I noticed here, some culture they will speak native language to their children in public, because they believe, in the states here, you will always learn English at school. Does your daughter, does she know how to speak Yoruba?
that's where I started having struggle, because sometimes you're out there and you want to make a little communication with your child, and you don't want every other person around to hear you, but she wouldn't understand. So she's picking up now, because she's getting interested in the language, and she's picking up the words, and it's
Mhm.
getting better.
Yes, yes.
It's getting better.
Sometimes they say some things and you're like, "Oh, what did you just say, mom?" I'm like, that's what you just said. It doesn't sound like Yoruba to me.
Yeah, it comes
Pronunciation.
with as much as they can do it, they get better. So
Mhm. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. Um, why do you want why do you want her though to understand or speak your native language? Why is that important to you?
whew, it's really important. Like, it just feels like um and heritage is being lost. Like,
Mm,
it didn't feel right for
mm,
her not to, she has a Yoruba name. She has there's no excuse. Her dad is Yoruba, I'm Yoruba, and she's just going to be in the world, and maybe one white person would try to teach her Yoruba, and that's a shame. So I'm like, I should really work on this. And
mm.
yeah, we just have to really work on it, and we're trying. We're
I
trying.
love it. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. So every time someone actually picks up your book, What do you want them to take away from the message in your book?
Right. So we didn't just want to do language. We wanted to do something that is relatable. So it's an interesting story, teaching friendship, teaching accountability, teaching empathy and obedience. So
Mm,
the storylines for kids growing up, and just to reiterate what the parents already taught them, so they see it in colors, and they can relate to the storylines. And the good thing is that there's a Yoruba flip side to it. So you can buy it for the English, you can buy it for the Yoruba. And we even, I was talking to one parent that got the book, and she got the book for one of her friends as well. And
mm,
she was telling me about the granddad reads to the kids in Yoruba on Sundays.
mm,
So they make it a habit. So now they have the book as one of their stories to read, and they pick lessons from it, different lessons every time. So it's basically reading to them in Yoruba, and the kids are looking at the other flip side of the English to relate to it, and they're learning Yoruba. So yeah, it could form a new habit, a new family time for the grannies. They can read to their kids, and the parents can read to their kids, in Yoruba, which is beautiful, and the kids will definitely remember it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, I love the story that you shared now, where the granddad will actually read the story to them on Sunday. So I'm sure the kids will be looking forward to that. So that's also like a bonding time with the grandpa and of course with the child. So that's really cool.
Right.
I'm sure this wasn't just a vision that you gave birth in one day uh, to. What influenced you to actually launch out and become an author? Because you came out with two of them at the same time. So, I mean, yeah, you inspire me. And honestly, this is one of the reasons why. Sometimes we're waiting for everything to be perfect before we actually launch out. We're waiting for the table to be set, and you have the connections that you need. You have everything all set out. And before we actually, make that move and launch out. So, what influenced you to actually launch out to become an author?
Well, it wasn't something I just woke up and decided to do.
Mm,
It was just like papers clipped together with pictures for my daughter, and I just thought, like you said, I didn't have the background, I didn't have the connection, so to say,
mm,
the signing deals or whatever. But I was like, I'll just go online and research. I bet there'll be something. So it took me a while to find information after information,
mm,
and I was just penning it down. I would just pick out the things I could do and go with it. So it was something that I didn't think I was going to do. And at some point, I was going to stop. Like, nobody's gonna buy it. Just
wow.
stop. But I was like, if it works, fine. If it doesn't work, at least I would know that I've done it. It's better than just having it in your head all the time
Mm,
and thinking, waiting for the perfect time. Because seriously, the perfect time might never come.
mm, 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 mm. Yes, yes. See, what did I tell you guys? She'll come and then start jabbing you with those things. It's interesting that you said that because we always, like I said, we wait for that perfect time to launch out. And God is the sometimes we're saying, oh God, give me another sign, but then God is waiting for you. I already gave you several signs. How many more do you need? Just go ahead. God is waiting for our obedience to step out.
Yeah.
And then he shows up and shows, even go all out beyond our expectations. So sometimes we're like we're hesitant to actually launch out. Great, great, great. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Do you have any other books or projects in the pipeline, and how can we
Well,
be part of it?
we're still well, I'm sorry. I always say we a lot.
Mhm.
It's just me and my daughter
And
that
here
so
and
sometimes
here, right?
I bounce
Mm-hmm.
the idea off of her because it is more can relate more to it. So I bounce the idea off of with her sometimes, and we're looking at hopefully next year, the summertime, we'll looking at a program, an event that will be geared towards Yoruba. It'll be like a Yoruba immersion thing. for
Nice.
kids, and we will see what we can put together before then.
Nice, nice, awesome, awesome. So, are you maybe looking into libraries and, because I know some people read, they go to the library, you can actually read your book to kids and stuff. Is there something that you are also interested in or you would love to do?
Yeah. Currently our books are in the our county library, and we're hoping to go to PG County and all the other libraries. Yeah, we're looking at that and also looking at school visits
Mm.
as the school is coming back. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ah, these are good stuff. I love it. I love it. Awesome.
Thank you.
How can we get in touch with you on social media or, to get your books? How do we purchase the books?
Mhm.
Books are so beautiful. You have to get one. You honestly, make sure you get both. How can we get in touch with you on social media?
Yeah, so the book has a page. It's called The Vernacular Hub on Instagram and Facebook and on Twitter as well. Oh, well, now X, like they call it on Twitter. So
Mm.
we are The Vernacular Hub. So the books are there. You can buy it on Instagram, you can buy it on Facebook, and you can also buy it on the website www.vernacularhub.com.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
And
Great.
also the paperback is now available on Amazon, so you can get it on Amazon as well. The paperback are available on Amazon.
You hear that? Go on Amazon, go and get the book. Everyone, go get your copy. You're gonna love it. Go get your books. So, who will you like us to interview on the show? I like to ask people, who do you have anyone you would like to recommend for us to interview that you believe can also be an inspiration to our audience?
Ah, I would love to hear from someone that is a multiple. How do they call them again? Like serial entrepreneur.
Mm,
Someone that's wearing like many hats. Because I'm really interested in
mm.
the minds of people like that. They're able to do because it's good to diversify. And
Yes, I agree.
yeah, I would love to hear from people how they're juggling it and how they're staying focused at the same
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for that recommendation.
time.
Awesome. Yes, because sometimes we wear so many hats, and sometimes I look down, I'm like, how do we even do it? There's so many things to do at the same time,
At
especially
the
as
same time.
mothers, and just running around doing so many things at the same time. It'll be nice to hear how other people are doing it, so we can learn from them as well. As well.
Yeah.
Um, so, what would be your words of encouragement for someone still afraid to launch out or to start that business? Um, they had that urge, but they're not quite sure how to go about it. What will you be your what would be your words of encouragement to such a person?
Yes, I would say everything you need to start is already in your hands.
Mm,
You
mm,
don't have to overthink it. You just need to put it down. Sometimes it only takes like opening a domain name, get the website for your business. You don't have to have any content yet. Just buy the domain name and keep looking at it. And something will keep dropping in your heart, and you would find out that it's not really that hard. Just
mm,
go for it.
mm,
Just go for it.
mm, mm. Just go for it. Just go for it. And I think you had mentioned something earlier. You said, at least I'll know that I tried. I think it was someone that said something the other day. I think it was someone I had on the show as well. The person said, at least I will not be blamed for not trying. I will not look back 2 years from now and say, why didn't I start? Why didn't I do it? And it looks like things are evolving. It's like you have something that you start and you see other people that are doing something similar. You're like, oh my goodness, thank God I started my own. Or the
Yeah.
way around yours, yes, it'll be different because there's so many people out there, ideas. And I believe God just showers us with all these ideas sometimes. And because we're hesitant, we're fearful, we don't know how to kind of go about it. We want it to be perfect, like we said. But again, honestly, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing your books with us and with the world. Your creativity, the colors. I mean, I was looking through them the first time you gave these to me, and then the packaging, everyone, the packaging was good. She had it in this clear, just put it together, and it was really nice. Just looking through the beautiful pictures in this book, is not only a gift to us, to my family, I believe it's also a gift to the entire world, because I think this is something that you need to share with everyone. Well written, the formatting, the fonts, the pictures, just beautiful, 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 beautiful. We looked forward to having you back on the show. I hope you'll come back to come and gist with us next time. So thank you so much for being part of the show. Again, thank you so much, my special guest, Bukola Oladitan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank
Thank you. Bye
you. All right.
bye.
Take care. Have a good one. You
You
too. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, that was a great conversation. Um, that's kind of all the time that I have tonight. I hope that our conversation would help you to actually launch out to do that business, or start that business, or start that ministry, or start that nonprofit. Give birth to that book. Give birth to that, the vision, what you've been carrying in the inside of you, and the Lord is nudging you to start something. Um, Bible says in the book of Second Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, it said, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind." Remember, the Bible also says that the whole world, the entire creation, they're eagerly waiting for the children of God to be revealed. The world is waiting for you to launch out. The world is waiting for you and I to launch out. We carry something in the inside of us, that a vision that's bigger than us. We can't keep it in us. We have to step out and launch out. Everyone is waiting. You are called to some people. You are called to a certain set of group, or a group of people, and they are waiting for you to establish and to create that which God has placed in your heart. Please, we can't sit any longer. We cannot sit down any longer without doing or moving or launching out. The entire world is waiting for you and I. You can catch up with our previous shows on YouTube. Get Inspired series with Joyce. We're also on social media: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Get Inspired series with Joyce, one word. Thank you to our guest Bukola Oladitan for coming on the show. Thank you for watching the show as well. See you next time, very, very soon. God bless you for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.